You just got scanned for 2K24. What was that process like?
Well, I'm glad to be a part of this, and yeah. So that's funny, but that's really precise. Like it's impressive. Do they scan every player or?
Only the creme de la creme. Yeah. Now, are your friends going to be super excited that you're in the game, or are they going to clown you, like some of your moves and stuff in the game?
Probably both. It all depends on the overall, honestly.
Yeah. Which part of your game do you want?
Now, let's meet the starting lineups for the teams. It's the big.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports. We're just about...
Thanks, Brian. Well, Karl Anthony Towns is...
Yeah, they're making strides, Allie, no question. And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. And for the Raptors, the forward duo, the athletic pair of Barnes and Siakam. Fred VanVleet out there with OG Anunoby. And it's Pirtle in at the 5, roaming the paint. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call. And as is the case most nights, we've got a lot of talent in the backcourt for both of these squads, Clark.
Yeah, there's so many outstanding shot makers and playmakers in the backcourts across the league. I do believe it is clearly a guards league these days. All of these guys can light it up and will light you up. So clearly a shooter's league is what you see most of now.
In transition, here they come. Here's VanVleet. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Now the Timberwolves with it. Outside Edwards. From the top of the key. Again, the miss by Edwards. Anunoby against Edwards. Second chance shot. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Raptors, OG Anunoby. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That one's off. And it's hard to overstate the impact OG Anunoby has on defense, Grant.
Hey, B.A., an absolute terror on the wings. I mean, he has great length, moves well, just one of the best one-on-one perimeter defenders in the league.
And the second free throw is good. And Clark, how about the progress of the Timberwolves?
Love what they've done, B.A. They've put the pieces in place to be a playoff regular and still the youth to grow in the long term. That's a nice combination, especially when you look at a guy like Anthony Edwards. He's special.
Now here's McDaniels. Oh, rejected by Pirtle.
Wonderful anticipation that time from Pirtle, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Siakam gets the bucket.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
And that was the mobile one drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
Yeah, he made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
Pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. Pirtle grabs a miss.
Yeah, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Anunoby passes to Siakam, and they pick up 2. Siakam's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Inside Siakam gets the better of the defense using his agility, clearing himself a path to a shot.
Pass to McDaniels. Edwards against Anunoby. Now here's Edwards. The D's right on him. Oh, nice D from Anunoby. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Unable to get that one. And some solid defense from Towns. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
McDaniels against Barnes. McDaniels can't hit. For Toronto, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Anunoby passes to Siakam. Great start so far, 3 of 3 in this one.
And just a straight baller move from Siakam. I mean, shrugging off the coverage and keeping his focus on that basket.
Barnes against McDaniels. Here's Gobert. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That's on Jakob Poeltl.
First team foul. Shooting for Minnesota, Rudy Gobert, taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. No team has had to make more sacrifices than Toronto during the pandemic.
You are right about that, B.A. I mean, they had to change their home base to Tampa. In essence, they spent an entire season on the road. It was tough for everyone, but the Raptors faced some big challenges.
Achua's checked in for Toronto. Trent comes in for Anunoby. And so Gobert nails both of them.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their 2nd winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success.
Van Vliet misses.
Might like a do-over there. Quality look inside.
Anderson against Siakam from 13. No good. A bit long that time. So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game. But I think it's really the intangibles, building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
And down it goes. 2 points.
A gritty play by Siakam. Absorbs the foul and still gets his shot to go.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Raptors.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
That's good from Siakam. And now it seems Siakam is in his prime. How do you see his place in the league, Grant?
Well, I really like him, but he seems to be an elite second option. Not sure if you want to build an entire offense around him, but certainly has proven to be an important piece to a championship-level team.
And he gets it to go.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time, right in the shooting pocket.
Trent outside. Outside Barnes. Pass to Van Vliet. Now here's Trent. This one for 3. Anderson pulls it down.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Rivers, good.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
The Raptors with a lead. Trent outside. Outside Barnes. Back to Trent. Launches it. Minnesota with a rebound. 1:10 left to play in the first. Here's Prince. He's guarded by Barnes. Here's Anderson. No good. So the Raptors will take it the other way. Barnes in the post. Prince is there. And Barnes the bucket on the assist from Siakam.
And the evolution of Siakam continues. Seeing him make great passes like this proves he's only getting better. Ooh, scary thought.
Here's Noel. Puts up a three. Prince with the bucket.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Toronto has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Trent outside. Back to Van Vliet. Out to the right wing. Here's Siakam. Prince grabs the miss. Minnesota has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Noel. And it's all tied up. Noel's got his second basket. For Toronto, they've gone 5 of 12 in this first quarter. From the baseline. Off the left rim and out.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
And so it's Pascal Siakam making highlights for the Raptors. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. We'll be back in a moment. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. You know, you take a look at the Raptors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Well, Clark, it's getting harder to find players' true positions. We've got bigs who bring the ball up the court. We got guards who defend in the post.
Yeah, it's a very different kind of a game. Actually, we hear this phrase positionless basketball all the time, BA, but the skill level of players is so vast now. I mean, everybody handles the ball, wings and bigs, and you mix and match skills across the court and at every position. So a lot of diversity in the skill set of players in today's game.
OG Anunoby out there with Fred VanVleet. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then there's Gary Trent. And it's Pirtle in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
And guys, so many great players coming out of Canada. The Raptors have converted a nation, not just watching basketball, but to playing it as well.
That one misses for Gobert. And Grant, you think back to those early Raptors jerseys with the big dinosaur. They admit it was aimed at the kids.
Yeah, of course. I mean, rather than win over the older hockey fans, they went after the younger generation. And now they're all grown up and packing the seats.
Drills it from deep. Trent's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's Conley. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. VanVleet with it. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Mike Conley.
And when you look at VanVleet on the floor, you would think he gets targeted on defense. But for a player his size, he more than holds his own.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. And VanVleet, a very solid defender at his position, Grant.
Not great length, but strong as any, BA. I mean, he has great hands to bother the ball handler and great defensive IQ that makes the most of his athleticism.
And the Raptors making a change here. Young's checked in. And he's good on the second. For Minnesota, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Outside Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Gobert inside. Covered by Pirtle. Kept alive.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Here's Trent. Doesn't go for him. And Minnesota the other way with it now. Here's Conley. That shot off. Some solid defense from Van Vliet. Here's Trent. McDaniels with some nice D.
Showing great intensity around the rim is part of why he's a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Now here's McDaniels. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. 5 to shoot. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
You know, when he referred to himself as the greatest big man shooter of all time, Karl Anthony Towns certainly raised some eyebrows and sparked some debate in the NBA fraternity.
2 shots.
And that one falls for Towns. You know, with Towns, there's no doubt he's a lethal shooter from downtown.
Well, the numbers don't lie, man. This guy, B.A., has been around 50, 40, and 80 throughout his career. 50% field goals, 40% three, and 80% free throws. Tell me how many big guys can match up with those numbers. Very few.
And so Towns nails them both.
To have a big who's great at the line, such a plus.
On offense, here come the Raptors. Van Vliet outside. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. McDaniels with some nice D.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Pass to Conley. And here's McDaniels. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. McDaniels got his first 3 points of the game. Toronto trailing. Trent outside. Edwards against Anunoby. Van Vliet outside. Outside Young. Van Vliet finds Young. And here's Van Vliet. He's guarded by Conley. Trent from long range. Here's Pirtle. Banked it in off the glass.
And Pirtle is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds because of his size, but just as important, his timing.
Timeout called, the Timberwolves. And as solid as Pirtle is during the game, his free throws, Grant, can be an issue.
B.A. It really limits his minutes during close games late. You know, he's right around 50% for his career. He has decent form, so there is some hope for improvement.
With some changes. Achua comes in for Young, and it's Barnes in for Trent. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Prince is checked in for McDaniels. And it's Noel in for Conley. Here's Noel. Here's Prince. And that one drops. Prince has got 5 points.
You know, once Prince gets good inside positioning, he's going to work.
It's Barnes on the wing. That's tipped. 1:52 left in the half. Pass to Prince. Now Reed. He's guarded by Barnes. Reed against Barnes. Shot clock at 5. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Here's Prince. Barnes with the rebound. For Toronto, they've got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Now here's Edwards. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Rivers is checked in. And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
What a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
56 seconds left in the second. To the paint. And Anunoby gets it to go on the assist by Van Vliet.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Over to the wing. Here's Prince. 5 points in the game. Sent back. And he's able to get it back. Let's go with a 3. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got 4 rebounds now. There's 21 seconds left in the first half. Nice D from Reed. Minnesota has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Here's Noel. He's guarded by Barnes. Here's Prince. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, I like the fact that Prince does a good job picking his spots. He's not a guy that forces things. Kind of lets the game come to him naturally.
The line for 2.
The first free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both shots.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The T-Wolves on top. They lead by 3. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with Nick Nurse, and Coach, I saw you imploring your team to pick it up. Where do you need to be better in the second half?
Well, we're not very good offensively right now. I think we're taking some okay shots, but we got to be a little bit more patient and keep moving it around a little bit. Need multiple paint touches rather than just one. So we just got to do a little bit better job of getting off it and relocating a little bit.
Patience is a virtue. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. And having been behind by as many as 8, they clawed their way back. In the second quarter, they put in the work to create a slight scoring advantage. And Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
We have to love the second unit. I mean, the effort they displayed, they're doing much more than giving the starters a break. We're seeing real intensity from them, particularly on the offensive end.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
Give them credit for keeping the score this close while shooting just over 30%. In the backhanded way, kind of gives you confidence, because you know if you bring your percentage up just a little bit, it'll be enough to get you in front.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Boy, you look at Pascal Siakam. He's been playing really well.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. On the court for Minnesota, filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Prince in at the point. And the call will be against Fred VanVleet. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
And that's how you defend. Glad we had a chance to see a replay of that block again.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
It's McDaniels on the wing. All alone. Jump shot is good that time. McDaniels got 5.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Count that bucket.
There's no stopping Pirtle when he has the ball in that spot. Just abusing the defense down in the paint.
And we just had to see that mobile one drive one more time. Great stuff.
And, you know, a close game, you got to find that edge. High-energy plays like that one can make a big difference.
Now here's McDaniels. He's got 5. Towns. The kick out to Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Shot clock at 6. Rebound by the Raptors. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Anunoby. He can't get that one to fall. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Outside Edwards. Outside McDaniels. Oh, what a play. It's snatched out of the air. Credit the block. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Pass to VanVleet. Here's Anunoby. Outside Barnes. Releases. The putback. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Minnesota in the lead. McDaniels from long range. Gets the 3 to fall. Give him 8.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
And Toronto calls time here.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change, and change soon.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Achua's checked in for Toronto. Gary Trent Jr. comes in for Anunoby. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Conley's checked in. Achua passes to Barnes. Now here's Van Vliet. Back to Trent. And he goes in for the dunk.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Conley. Achua with a rebound. The Raptors have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Van Vliet outside. Going inside. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and you'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
At the line for 2.
That free throw good from Van Vliet. So he gets them both. And here's Conley. Looking for his first basket, still in this one. Outside Edwards. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Barnes against McDaniels. That shot off the mark. Toronto trailing. Van Vliet outside. For the tie, and the bucket is good. Van Vliet's got 4 points in the quarter.
Hey, that right there was a lot of confidence given the size of the disadvantage there.
And you know what he does? I mean, in the NBA, you've got to have ways to score over defenders of all sizes.
Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Rivers. 5 on the clock. Ooh, poked away. Beyond the arc. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball.
You know, a smart, savvy, talented vet like Austin Rivers is a real get for any team. I mean, he knows how to make the most of his minutes. He accepts and understands his role, and he really just focuses on delivering for his team.
For the lead. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal.
Where do you think Austin Rivers developed that selflessness, Clark?
Well, I think it starts with the DNA. I mean, his dad, Doc Rivers, was a selfless, outstanding player and one of the outstanding coaches in the game today. So that's part of it. But he's also had experience playing on different teams, sitting on different benches. I think you get to realize what your strengths and weaknesses are and how you can add value to a team.
2 shots.
And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. The Raptors making a switch here. Trent hits them both. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Outside McDaniels. 1:52 left in the third. Anderson against Boucher. From deep, Conley. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Trent. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Anderson. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Well, you know, for me, when you can convert this many times in the paint, I think that's a sign that your offense is really in a healthy state.
Yeah, I also have to call out the work they've done at the line. And they've been excellent at drawing fouls and capitalizing on those free points.
That's good from Trent. Noel, he's checked in for Mike Conley. Trent hits them both. And Minnesota calls time here. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ballgame.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
The Timberwolves trail. 1:24 left to play in the third. Here's Rivers. Another miss. Boy, they're in a funk right now. The drive by Van Vliet. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
That's his second.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
For Toronto. Fred Van Vliet. 2 shots.
And he makes a first. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Edwards comes in for Rivers. And Mike Conley is subbed in for Noel. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Minnesota has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Edwards finds McDaniels. And 1:01 left in the third. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Timberwolves, Jaden McDaniels. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Good on the second one. Now Van Vliet. 6 points for him. Outside Barnes. Van Vliet outside. 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Launches a three. Knocks it down from distance. Van Vliet's got 9.
You got to have a good basketball IQ to be effective. I love the decision to kick it out.
Conley finds Edwards. To the right side. Outside McDaniels. And it's Boucher with the rebound. Trent against Edwards. Van Vliet left side. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Edwards fires from way outside. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Raptors up 7. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. The Raptors with a lead. Pascal Siakam out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Fred Van Vliet. And it's Trent in at small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Now here's Van Vliet. Trent on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Over Anderson. No good off the back of the rim. Timberwolves shooting just around 26% for the game. Here's Edwards. Oh, nice D from Anunoby. And for Toronto, they're shooting right at 35%. Not getting what they want out there. Back to Van Vliet. Three-pointer. Here's Poeltl. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
Hey, it is never easy guarding Poeltl. I mean, he's got so many moves and a lot of ways to get defenders to foul.
For 2.
First one falls.
Boy, Poeltl is a massive guy, somebody that uses his height exceptionally well to get high-quality looks.
Second free throw, no good. And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Counted. And the Raptors lead by 10.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now here's Edwards. Outside, Anderson. Back to Edwards. From deep. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Trent outside. Conley against Van Vliet. Pass to Pirtle. Trent on the wing. Shoots over Anderson. Minnesota with a rebound.
The defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Towns passes to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Towns showing you a willingness to want to make his teammates better with that pass there.
And there's Siakam. That one's good. On the assist from Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 6 assists in the game. And no lack of aggression on that move. Good for the 2K drive.
Yeah, and with a finish like that, you know he's looking to extend the lead and put this game out of reach.
Now here's Conley. Towns passes to Edwards. Shoots over Siakam. Edwards can't hit. For Toronto, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Down low. Here's Van Vliet. That one is off. Conley with some nice D. Towns down low. Guarded by Van Vliet. And he makes it.
Towns makes the most of his chances inside. He gets the ball in good position, does his work early, and then the battle's over after that.
Trent outside. Van Vliet outside. And the shot's good. And the Raptors lead by 10.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Pass to Siakam. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Van Vliet's got 7 assists in the game. Edwards against Anunoby. It's stolen by Pirtle. Trent outside. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
That's his 4th personal foul.
It's not March.
At the line for Toronto, Fred Van Vliet, taking 2 shots.
No March Madness. This is NBA LOL started yesterday. Emoji face with tears of joy.
And the Raptors making a change here. Barnes is checked in. McDaniels is checked in for the Timberwolves. Both free throws good from Van Vliet.
More game predictions.
Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. Edwards against Anunoby.
Yes.
And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Gonna do every T-Wolves game I can.
And he can't get the first one. And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity, and he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
That's off as well, so he misses both.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
Now here's Anunoby. Back to Van Vliet. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Hey, look at Pirtle. making it look easy, dropping the hammer down on the defense.
Outside McDaniels. Outside Conley. Anunoby against Edwards. To win the run. Toronto grabs the miss. Pirtle's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating.
Coming out here tonight and making a statement. Really good work all around for the Raptors.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And propelling them to a solid win, it was a night of big plays for Fred VanVleet.
Boy, the way he orchestrated the pace was impressive. I mean, moved the ball around, made good things happen with the pass. Well done.
Now here's VanVleet. Pass to Siakam. Fires the three. And Conley grabs the miss.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Towns finds Edwards. There's 39 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. McDaniels, that's good.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Left side Barnes. And Gobert with a block.
And just a top-tier shot blocker in the league. Gobert's massive wingspan is a huge reason why he wipes away all those shots. It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier, before the game was out of reach.
Now here's VanVleet. So no problem for Toronto as they get the win. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
On your way out.
Pascal, these days you are called upon to carry this team. Does that bring out